Good morning, class. So in the previous class we learned about the soil profile. We learned about the different layers of the soil. Please draw this diagram in your fair notebooks. It will help you in remembering what all the soil profiles are and what all do we understand by them. Now today we will take up methods of soil conservation on page number 30. Before we take up that, let us quickly see. They have given over here a nice diagram which tells us about the importance of soil. So please you draw this diagram as well in your geography notebooks, and it will help you to remember the importance of soil easily. It is a producer and absorber of vital gases, adds values to land, supports construction activities, waste decomposer, supplies essential ingredients to make medicine, filtration of water, home to organisms, medium for plant and tree growth. Now, producer and absorber of vital gases. So, you know that nitrogen is one of the major gases which is used or is good for cultivation of plant and trees. So, plants and trees can easily, the soil gives support to their roots, and their roots they take water and mineral from the soil, adds value to land. So the rich soil which is rich in minerals and other natural resources will add value to land. See, desert arid land or a semi-arid land or a desert land will not have that much of value as a soil which is rich in silt or the soil where the topsoil is very fertile. Now, supports construction activities. You know that you dig up soil, you dig up the earth and you lay the foundation over there. The higher the building has to go, the lower the foundation should be. And because of the gravity also, the things, when we are talking about buildings and plants and trees, they also remain rooted firmly to the ground. Waste decomposer. Now children, when we are not over here, we are not talking about non-biodegradable waste. We are talking about leaves, food products. Okay, we are not talking about polythene, then decayed matter, human or animal. So what happens, children, when we are making a compost, we dig up a pit and then we keep on piling all this thing, all the waste in it, and we keep on covering with layers of soil. So it acts as a waste decomposer, supplies essential ingredients to make medicine. Ingredients, it is not ingredients, it is ingredients, and it is just one word, children. There are a lot of mistakes over here. So it is ingredients. What are ingredients? Materials. Okay. Now, filtration of water. You know the earth has different layers over here. So these layers, different layers of the earth, they help in filtering the water. You all know that the water that we are consuming today is millions and millions of years old. Now, home to organisms. You will find all kinds of organisms, big and small, finding their home or making them their home in the soil. You start digging up somewhere in your garden or somewhere roadside, so you will find a lot of insects making their home over there. Now coming to methods of soil conservation. Agriculture and production of food in terms of crops, fruits, meat, poultry or fish depend on availability of quality soil. Thus, most of the soil conservation methods involve proper agricultural practices. Few popular methods of soil conservation are discussed here. So please write important. All are, and please underline whatever you see underlined over here. In some areas, the original vegetation cover has been removed, such as in the Shivalik range of the Himalayas. In such areas, afforestation and reforestation is needed to hold the soil. Desertification of deserts can be checked by planting trees along the margins of deserts. So afforestation and reforestation is planting of trees. Then desertification, they are telling us that if we try and plant, see children, the sand in the desert cannot hold water for long. So the moisture content will go deep down and will not help the plants to grow that easily. So if we are talking about semi-arid land, then there you can easily grow plants and trees. But how desertification of deserts can be checked? We all know that if we are talking about the Thar desert, then it is not a total desert. I've seen all kind of vegetation, natural vegetation growing over there. And we all know about the Indira Gandhi Canal, which provides water for irrigation and drinking purposes to various villages in Rajasthan. Now, controlled grazing. Grazing is for the cattle. The number of cattle to be grazed on slopes should be according to the carrying capacity of the pastures. See, if a particular pasture has grass only for 10 cattle, then you cannot feed or graze 50 cattle over there. It will not be able to support it. Now, crop rotation. Crop rotation means that the same crop should not be continuously grown on a farm. Like every time you cannot keep on growing wheat on a particular farm or any other particular crop. 2 or more crops can be grown alternately. So if you have grown wheat as of now, so next time when you grow, you need to start another cycle of crop, then the crop should be a different one. Even sometimes the land should be left fallow to regain the fertility and to keep the soil healthy. Left fallow means you can plow the land, but you should not sow any crop over there. So it gives the land some time to rest, regain its fertility, and the next crop which will be sown over there will be a healthy crop. Now coming to organic farming. Organic farming, where we are not using chemicals or fertilizers or pesticides or insecticides. We are using organic or natural manure like cow dung and so on and so forth. Now, use of organic or natural manures, pesticides and the insecticides makes the soil healthy and fertile. Chemical materials damage the soil and its fertility. Next is terrace farming. All those who have been to the hills or the mountains, you will know what we are talking about over here. In hilly areas, terrace farming helps to prevent the loss of soil. Otherwise, on the slope can aggravate removal of topsoil, especially during the rain. Steps or terraces can reduce the downflow of streams and check rain wash. I'll show you what a terrace farming is like. See, they have cut out steps on the slopes, which not only provides crops for these regions which are totally most of the time cut off from the rest of the world. So they are self-sufficient. This kind of terrace farming has made the farmer self-sufficient, and it helps in stopping or removing the landslides or deforestation also. So this is good for people who are living in mountainous regions. Now, contour plough. In this method, crops are grown along the same elevation in areas of uneven surface. Every row is bound by bunds on the sides. What are bunds? Embankments. See, and these embankments can be these are bunds, can be a line of bushes or small trees growing over there. People even use sandbags or rocks to create a small wall to stop the flow of water. In this Now this slows down the water flow and greatly helps in protecting and conserving topsoil. Now let us talk about shelter belt. In coastal areas and arid and semi-arid regions, arid is children where a region where there is very little or less rainfall or water, where wind speed is very high. Now these, because the rainfall is less, so there are no trees over there, and when the wind blows, it blows at a great speed. Why? Because there are no trees to obstruct the speed of the wind. Tall trees are grown in rows to restrict the speed of the wind, thus checking the soil erosion. Let us see. This is to stop soil erosion. Tall trees are planted over here. Papyrus trees are again another important tree which is planted at the edge of a field to check the wind speed. Now mulching. It is a method of covering the open or bare ground with compost organic substances such as straw and manure to prevent leaching and wearing away of the topsoil. So leaching, we learned yesterday, children, what is leaching? In agriculture, it is the loss of water soluble plant nutrients from the soil due to rain and irrigation. So let me show you. This is all mulching. This brown thing that you see over there, it is the organic waste which is called mulching or mulch, and it is spread over a cultivated area. Now building of rock dams. Rock dams are built across the streams in the flood prone regions to check rapid topsoil removal and loss of nutrients. So you see this rock dam over here. So this is another important way of soil conservation. Now children, with this we come to the end of the chapter over here. You already have the answers to all these. Please make sure that you write down the answers in your notebook. Anything which is not understood, please note it down somewhere, mark it down somewhere, and we will discuss it when the school reopens. Thank you.